Hey guys, so welcome to week 9 and 12 or phase 3 of the Evolve 12 week challenge. So I hope you've had a really good time so far, and I hope you've learned a lot of lessons about habits and routines and how that you are in complete control of basically your results and your destiny with your health and fitness. So what I'd like to talk about is what to expect over the next 4 weeks and to finish up with the challenge. Also a little bit about how to fine tune your results and really make sure you dial everything in and get the best result possible at the end of this challenge. And then we're going to start with our reflections. So what I'd like you to do for a start is sit down for 5 minutes and just reflect back on the last 8 weeks, because I guarantee if you're like a lot of the people that have been through this challenge before, there'll be so many things that if you look back on, you'll be like, wow, I've changed a lot there. There's been some great lessons, some great learnings, and I'm really proud of myself for certain things, and there's also areas that you can still improve on, which is really good. So sitting down and taking 5 minutes to reflect on the last 8 weeks is going to be of huge benefit to you. And sometimes we don't take that time to actually look back on how far we've come, and we can almost get, some people can get disheartened and be like, I haven't come that far, but really you've all improved so much. So it's really cool to look back and really think about those lessons you've learned and make them part of who you are. Then we're going to set some goals. So what is it you really want to achieve, and look back on the goals you set at the start of the challenge. Are you on track to achieve those goals, or do you need to make some adjustments so that you can really nail those goals you set for yourself at the end of week 12? Then you've got to also ask yourself, what is important? What was important at the start of your challenge? Is it the same importance now, or have your values and your ideas about what's important shifted slightly? So that's something to sit down and think about as well. Also, what's achievable? So let's say you set a goal that was a crazy goal, and you're like, I've really got to smash this in the next 4 weeks. Take a look back and think like how far you've come over this time, the little processes that you're putting in place. Once again, it's never a quick fix, and that's why we've got to really think about what is actually achievable and how far have we come with our little processes, and what do we need to continue to put in place to make sure that all our goals are achievable in the future, and just be a little bit realistic. So that's what I want you to do for a start. There's a form. Our check-in sheet this week will have a reflections, a little bit on your goals, and then what's important, what's achievable in the next time frame. Cool. So what I also want to talk about too is how we can fine tune everything in the next 4 weeks to basically make sure you're getting the best possible result out of this 12 weeks, and also so that you can be really happy with the effort you've put in, and also just use the next 4 weeks to really dial in every single thing and give it your best shot towards the end of the challenge. And that might be like, you might have started with coming into this challenge just building some momentum, and now we really want to increase that momentum and really get us moving forward and going into the future. So what we're going to talk about for the next 4 weeks is our weekly check-ins. So these are really important for the next 4 weeks. So what we want to do is each week, either on a Saturday, or send your details in, your measurements and your results on the Friday to your coach, to make sure that we're checking in each and every week for the next 4 weeks. This is important because we need that data. We really need to figure out where we're going, where we need to make adjustments, so that everything you want to achieve is on point. Cool. So the first thing we want to make sure that we've got on point now is energy balance, and we've been doing a little bit about this for the last sort of 4 weeks. We've talked a little bit more about energy balance and why that's important to body composition. So this week we want to make sure that we're checking that. So we're doing our weekly routine of setting up our meal plan for the week, making sure we got our right foods so that our energy balance is on point, so that we can make sure that our body composition is where it wants to be. So energy balance is the first thing we're going to check in with. Cool. When we talk about energy balance, the most important thing is getting a weekly measurements with either your weight, your girth measurements, or a body composition scan. What we can read from that is if that's going up or down, then we can adjust our energy balance and our macros and our calories to suit the result that we want. going forward. Cool. It all comes back to consistency, but the energy balance is really important, and getting those measurements to make sure that we are on track with the goals that you want to achieve, and basically taking all the emotion out of this, all the mystery out of this, so that you've got that set of data there so that you can nail that part of your health journey. The next one, if your goal for this challenge was to drop a bit of body fat, okay, in the next, over the next 4 weeks, it is a good time to make sure you're hitting those weekly cardio sessions. So we program 2 cardio sessions a week, generally Tuesday and Thursday. For the last sort of 4 to 8 weeks, we have been programming a lower intensity steady state cardio. The reason for this, we wanted to improve your body's ability to mobilize body fat as a fuel. And then from the next 4 weeks, we're actually going to use a little bit of a higher intensity or a HIIT method. So what that means is we're going to be doing 30 seconds of all-out effort and then 30 seconds of easy effort to start using that mobilized fat where we've built up with our aerobic base, and start using that fuel as energy, and really get some bang for our buck out of our cardio sessions to make sure that our body composition really starts to change over the next 4 weeks. Cool. Steps are super important. If you've been in a calorie deficit for a while, your NEAT is likely to drop. So making sure you're getting your daily steps, at least 10 to 12,000 a day, that's going to be super important, okay, if your goal is body composition. But it's also one of our minimum standards for our health, so making sure those steps are in is really important. Also your sessions. This is where the next 4 weeks is where we can make a commitment to ourselves and decide, do we want to continue on with our 3 sessions a week, or do we want to ramp it up and hit those 5 sessions with the cardio and really give this last 4 weeks a really good drive and really hammer it home with getting the most out of our weekly sessions. So that's what we want to fine tune in this week. So making sure we get those weekly check-ins. It could also be around sleep, it could also be around stress management. We're going to cover that a lot over the next 4 weeks, making sure they're on point too, because they are extremely important when it comes to health. So we'll be making sure that you got a lot of information on that stuff over the coming 4 weeks as well. So what you can expect over the next 4 weeks is the intensity of training is going to go up. We are into our final phase of training, so we are making sure that we're putting a little bit of intensity into this training. The last 8 weeks is basically setting us up, and now we're really going to hammer it home and make the most of all the hard work that you've put in for the last 8 weeks, and then really fine tune it and make sure that our training is really on point for the next 4 weeks. We really want to get our Zen in, so over the next 4 weeks you're going to be getting information on some sleep routines, also some stretching and a little bit of mobility work as well. That's going to be really helpful. Also some meditation, so some guided meditations, and I really encourage you guys to make sure you're getting that on point. So what we're going to work on this month for our monthly challenges is one of these Zen practices, okay? So if your goal was to be, over this challenge, was to improve your sleep, or you're not getting your 8 hours of sleep, one of the things I want you to use as your monthly challenge this month is getting that 8 hours sleep. So track your sleep using the Sleep Cycle app, and then give yourself a little tick and get those habit streaks up with your sleep. The other one is stretch, okay? So a daily stretch of 10 to 15 minutes is going to make a huge difference to your mobility. We can either use the Romward app, or we can do some daily stretches, and that's going to be one of your habits. The 30-day habit challenge this month is a stretching one. There's also the daily meditation challenge as well. So meditating for 30 days, you're going to notice a huge difference. One of my recommended resources for this is the Stress Less Accomplish More book by Emily Fletcher, and she's got some great meditations on there, and I'll be sharing those with you throughout the month as well. So also over the next 4 weeks, what we're doing is basically setting you up forever. So use myself, or the coaches, as a resource so that you can make sure you've got everything you need to really fine tune your health and wellness for the rest of your life, basically, because that's what this challenge is all about. It's all about getting those habits, those routines in place, so that this thing that is health and being a healthy person and being at our best, just becomes easy. It becomes routine. It becomes something that we don't have to put too much time and effort and thinking into it, because it's already a big part of our life, and that's something we really want to dial in this next 4 weeks and make sure we're giving it everything we got. So once again, congratulations on getting through the first 8 weeks. It's definitely been a big challenge. Everyone's been going hard, and there's been some huge improvements. I'm really impressed with everyone, and just impressed with their openness to learn and try new things, and also take responsibility for your own actions, your results, and basically everything you do day to day. And it's been really awesome. I'm being, yeah, just couldn't be happier with everyone that's done it. So here we go, phase 3 of the Evolve 12-week challenge, weeks 9 to 12. At the end of all of this, we're going to do our final check-ins. We've got our mini strength comp, and then we've also got our after challenge party, which is going to be pretty cool as well. So super pumped for the next 4 weeks, guys. Let's dial this in. If you got any questions, just shoot them through, and we'll go over that. Okay, cool.